Hello students. Today let us deal with lesson number 10. The Sermon at Benares by Betty Renshaw. First let's say something about the author. Betty Renshaw Barber was born in Shannon, Mississippi on September the 3rd, 1927. She taught at the preschool level for several years, and eventually she was able to pass her experiences on to others by teaching preschool teachers. Betty married Joseph Henry Barber Jr. on the 23rd of December 1950. They were married for 61 years. Now let's see the summary of the whole lesson. Gautama Buddha was born in 563 BC. He was born in a royal family. He was a prince. His name was Siddhartha Gautama. At the age of 12, he was sent away for schooling in the sacred Hindu scriptures. He returned home after 4 years. By this time, he had studied all the sacred Hindu scriptures. At the age of 16, he married a princess, and both the couple lived a very happy life for 10 years. He had been shielded, protected from the sufferings of the world. However, when he was 25, he saw a sick man, then an aged man, and a funeral procession. Finally, he came across a monk begging for alms. This was his first encounter with the harsh realities of life. These sights made him so sad that he made up his mind. He was determined to renounce the worldly pleasures. He left his family and became a beggar. He went out into the world to seek spiritual knowledge, that is, enlightenment. He wandered here and there for 7 long years in search of wisdom and truth of life. Finally, he sat down under a tree to meditate. He vowed to sit there until he got enlightenment. He got enlightenment after 7 days. So he named the tree the Buddhi tree, that is, the tree of wisdom. And he became known as the Buddha, which means the enlightened or the awakened. He began to teach and spread his message of wisdom and truth. He became known as the Buddha and gave his first sermon at Benares, the holiest place on the bank of the Ganges. His first sermon reflects his wisdom about an inscrutable kind of suffering, that is death. Here, the Buddha tells about the universality of death, which is inevitable and can't be escaped. A lady named Kisa Gotami had only one child, a son. One day her son died. She wanted her son to become alive again. She went from house to house to get some medicine to bring her dead son to life. But people called her mad. At last, she came across a man who advised her to meet the Buddha. She approached the Buddha with a request to give her medicine so that her son could live again. After deep thought, the Buddha asked her to bring him a handful of mustard seeds from a house where no one had died. She again went from door to door to get mustard seeds. She found mustard seeds in every house, but she could not find a house where nobody had died. By evening, she was completely exhausted and became sad. She saw the lights of the city. So soon there was the darkness of the night everywhere. Now she considered the fate of man. Then she realized that the death of man is inevitable and cannot be avoided. So she came back to the Buddha and asked for his blessings. The Buddha, in his sermon, told her that our life is brief and painful. Everyone who takes birth has to die. He further told her that the wise don't grieve over the death of even their dear and near ones because they know the truth of life and the bitter reality of death. That's all for now. Thank you.